The slogan in our I can see DGF, my DGF report, they are most welcome. You all know as the slogan, even in our clubs as we speak, we continue to check one another that in Rotary, this month is the learning of this building at public election. However, clubs have been doing clinical programs already. So I'm okay for kids. My own topic this morning is District 9110 effort at kids building and conflict prevention. Before I go on, let me quickly tell the old house or read my peace building profile of myself. Then you can then understand the reason why I'm passionate about this particular matter. I was the president of that club in 2023. I was the peace president of that club. And the theme of that year was peace with value. Then just left to me here that if the government well, when I was serving, I was in service, I was given an award by a professional body or Nigerian Confederation of Principals of the Community. As a builder, that was November 2017, the Peace Builder Award. Well, an effort made that time in ensuring that peace reign absolutely within our professional body. Of course, I am a donor to one of our peace centers. I wrote international peace center, peace center, particularly the one at Uganda, Makerere University, Uganda. And I am a member of the General Action Group for Peace. I am also a member of Rotary Nigeria National Peace and Conflict Prevention Committee. And just on November 2025 and 22, I was presented with the United Nations Peace and Humanitarian Award for peace and service. Let me limit them to what I've just said. So that is my profile when it comes to talking about peace. Now, once I've been the effort on the district, but before I talk about that, let me also assure you that even there's collaboration, interdisciplinary collaboration, or the use of peace building, which I will get to. I will do a presentation in different places, on different days. On the 29th of July 2022, the district flag of Rotary Peace Food. Of course, it was one of the early projects for the Rotary year when they launched, with 25 schools becoming Rotary Peace Food. Just in line with the peace center we have all over the world, whether across different continents. And our peace schools have verified the number. And of course, the coordinator is the magnetic president, Patrick Orube. And the sponsor of this was done in partnership, this program, with the following organizations or bodies. One, Peace Arena for Youth Foundation, whose CEO is a peace scholar, Osena Dr. Doyle of the same one, of Hakoka, was one of the sponsored peace scholars per district. St. John Ambulance Nigeria, whose CEO happens to be the Executive President, Patrick Orube, is on the same one. Of course, Rotary Club of Hakoka, who sponsored the 25 program. Education District 6, but there was no one could enter these students without reaching out to the education district. And of course, the police center was very, very happy that we brought this to their district. 30 students in each of these schools are being trained as peace ambassadors using the International Peace Jam curriculum. Of course, when the training concluded, we shall go to the schools and put our road trip into now on flag in the school to show that they are all peaceful. Why we do it for more throughout the suggestion of that, but not food for this program. On 30th July 2022, there was a collaboration of this initiative. It's 9110 joined the 9125, 9141, and 9142 to plan on the nationwide grassroots peace sensitization, water education, and human rights awareness campaign at Institute for Peace and Conflict Resolution, Abuja. The district government, my humble self, made a presentation at that flag of ceremony. The goal was to address the push and pull factors responsible for pre and post electoral violence by building the capacity and resilience of Nigerians for peaceful coexistence, tolerance, and peaceful electoral practices in view of the 2023 general election. On 29 September 2022, which was the International Day of Peace, while it was being celebrated in Nigeria, in Abuja at the same institute, I certainly was in Turkey. This was markedly and significantly observed. I visited government in Turkey, when we made a friendship exchange and mission, visited Atatürk Museum in Ankara, where he signed a register of victims and declaration of peace, a privilege accorded to only one leader and very high-ranking individuals. So thank God that your own governor is one of the high-ranking individuals that had that privilege. On 17 December 2022, we had the magnetic family of Kofi Funfair. The other family of Funfair celebration took a dramatic turn with the symbolic local people government playing for peace, playing for peace. Between the two things named unity and peace, on the grounds of political education, the University Football Match was to advocate for peace during the 2023 elections. On the backdrop banner on the field are logos of all the political parties in Nigeria. Although we don't, everybody speaks to have to be any particular party of country. But we don't preach politics to our Nigerians. We are for everybody. Now, district peace initiative and activities for the month. This month of February, like I said, the month of peace building and conflict prevention. The month that exactly fell into the month when our Rotary other approach was being was done. So we have a program lined up. Erections of Rotary peace advocacy billboard at strategic locations within Lagos. 20 minutes from now, we're going to show you what it will look like. We're going to find them at strategic locations. Whichever we provided with peace advocacy capital to create awareness for people election. The capital will be distributed to club. I want to implore you that please, when this gets to you, make sure you stick them on your hands. But I should drive people see what Rotary is. Now, 18th of February 2023, on a Saturday, clubs have been notified to come together in clusters and plan activities that will create awareness at public areas. Activities like aerobics, jogging, the Football Match, and any other activity of choice in your club. Rotary Center will be a point for Rotarians close by, and peace values will be released. This program is between 7 and 9 a.m. Club can adjust any item to display while you are having your own environment. But make a location a public place. We have passers by and see what is happening. On 25th of February 2023, the Rotary Day and the United Nations. These days celebrate two organizations United Nations, and Rotary International. This organization shared vision for this. So that's what we're celebrating that day. A symposium is being planned and will be held by the DC 9110 in collaboration with the Road Club of Lagos. And the theme of the symposium will be benefits of credible, free and fair elections to a developing economy. Of course, we have speakers that we would love to listen to. On that same day, we are telling Rotarians, as much as permissible, to organize different other programs to show the world what you're going to present before them. Press your workplace in any Rotary apparel. Please, I'm telling all Rotarians, if 4,800 Rotarians go to their workplaces in Rotary apparel, it speaks volume. I wonder, please. Clubs have been encouraged to organize different other programs to show the world that what we represent. Friendship, fellowship, peace, and unity. Rotary is an advocate of positivity. Conflict prevention. The peace of Rotary Club will be eroded if we as Rotarians fail to abide by our club bylaws and any other policy documents that we use to keep our club running without prejudice, without fear of favor, doing justice to issues at all times, and everyone being on the same page. Many of the internal crises and uneasy count the club are caused by the outright violation of the bylaws, allowing Rotarians to act in manners that are not acceptable and threaten the continued existence of the club. The district governor, in part of our visit to club, has discovered that few clubs really understood the place of the bylaw in one of their clubs. The bylaws are for mere separation and presentation of what it is to the club. But it's not supposed to be so. That's the entrance of every club assemblies. It is at the club assemblies that you revisit periodically your bylaw, so that it can reflect what should be, and your club will not be run on mere guesswork. This already caused a lot of issues in our club, and then there, where people bring in lots of letters, different letters, reporting this, reporting that in their club. And of course, many clubs need to review their bylaw and enforce compliance by members. Enforce compliance. Where there are no laws, there are no things. And if everyone, even the bylaw provides for ways to mediate, ways to resolve crises, go back and read Rotary Constitution and your bylaws. If don't run in your club and don't go and read. You will see the place of mediation and how to resolve issues within your club. And therefore, it's easier to prevent conflict than to resolve it. My fellow friends, I will just show you a few pictures of what I'm talking about in course of this presentation. Please enlarge. The first one I'm going to enlarge there. That is the program on 30th of July 2022. In collaboration. Yes. That was when the district governor joined the 9125, 9141, and 9142 to flag up the nationwide grassroots peace sensitization water education, and human rights awareness in Abuja. Next one. Yes. Now, this particular backdrop banner was the one that we had when we played the Nobel Football match on 17th of December. You could play for peace. Play for peace. You could see that around that play for peace, we have the logos of all the political parties. That's what we're talking about, and that's what you want to tell us to say or abide with in all your undertaking during this period. Don't be involved in practical politics. When you talk about politicians, they're not about know the place of being a politician and know the place of being a material. Thank you. Now, well, that was of this list. The award given to the district governor for our initiatives or advocacy in different areas of peace. And I'm proud to be presented this one by United Nations in November 2022. That's true. Yes, this was during my visit to Turkey. I was at Ataturk Museum. If you have time, you can still go back and check. Where it's like saying that we went to Africa. And I had the privilege to sign this register of peace. What led to this signing of this register is very ceremonial. Very ceremonial. No movement. I was given a guard of honor for class 1 if I was led into this place where I find this register. I'm proud to be in Nigeria. And finally, look after this. You can enlarge it. We are telling the whole of Lagos. And we're telling all Nigerians coming on board, coming into Lagos, that peace must reign supreme. Peace must reign supreme. And I want you to tell us, as we go out on the elections, let us remember what we represent. The organization that we represent. Remember that I'm part of the voting saying the advancement of goodwill and understanding through the advancement of social understanding, goodwill and peace. Let me talk now. The advancement of international understanding, goodwill and peace. If you could have one approach in our object approach, it's time to raise it. That will tell us what the law abiding. Within that law abiding, let's be in peace and harmony. Let's not be way to mediate and address our issues. And be true to tell us in words and in deeds. Thank you very much, fellow Rotarians, and good morning.
Thank you, my DG. Unfortunately, we can't hear your round of applause wherever you are. Thank you, our worthy ambassador. Peace has always been your passion, and the district has a lot to benefit. With that, we will thank you and celebrate your achievements. Thank you very much. We will put this presentation on the platform of 12 trainers and the imaginative president, so that for your perusal at your own convenience. That's all the purpose for this. Thank you very much, my DG.
Thank you, sir.
So we now release our DG to go and continue our official assignment. Thank you very much. Now, we now turn to our district trainer 1, who will now give us the overview of peace building and conflict prevention. Thank you. My PDG.
Thank you very much, my ever reliable, available, dependable Chairman and the district trainer. Good morning, fellow Rotarians. I hope you all enjoying the peaceful environment in your area here, wherever you are, whether in Lagos State or even in the diaspora. So it's my pleasure to welcome you to this STAR program, that is the Strategic Training for Action in Rotary, the one for February. Let me thank you for joining us at a time like this. I'm going to talk to us on peace building and conflict prevention, an overview. It's like a general summary of that team. And I have here under introduction, peace building and conflict prevention is the theme for this month of February, according to Rotary calendar. Rotary International was born, we all know, on February 23rd, 1905. Therefore, February is the month of birth for Rotary International. Rotary, as we know, is very committed to peace, and this is confirmed by the importance Rotary itself attaches to peace and its pursuit and attainment. This thing, that is peace building and conflict prevention, is important and significant for many reasons. For many reasons. However, it is necessary to recognize the fact that peace is the main word in that theme. The theme can therefore be translated literally as building peace to prevent conflict. What then is peace? Rotarians, the Oxford Language Dictionary defines peace just in two main areas, which I'll just summarize. The first one is freedom from disturbance or tranquility. And the second one is a state or period in which there is no war or war has ended. Now, let's look at the significance of peace to Rotary. Rotary has demonstrated the importance of peace. Peace in our home, in our environment, in our workplaces, in diverse ways. Happy we listened to our district governor a few minutes ago when she was telling us the effort that the district has made, both within Nigeria here and the far away talking, to demonstrate the importance that Rotary attaches to peace. Please take note that we have 7 areas of focus in Rotary under the Rotary Foundation. And the first one is the one we're examining today. Peace. Peace building and conflict prevention. So the first word here in that is peace. That tells you the significance. I think we have 7 areas of focus, and the first one has to start with peace. Because without peace, what can we really agree? Nothing can be agreed. The second point to direct us to the significance of peace is the mentioning of that peace, of that word, in the fourth object of Rotary. And as you all know, the fourth object of Rotary is the advancement of international understanding, goodwill, and peace through a world fellowship of business and professional persons united in their ideal of service. You see peace coming up conspicuously there. Thirdly, there are peace scholarships that are awarded to the serving students on a yearly basis all over the world. Fourthly, I mentioned that even Rotary goes to the extent of having peace centers in 7 universities across the world. Latest and the most recent one is the one in Uganda, University of Makerere. It's also very important to know that award of fellowship to discerning individuals, like the Rotarians, is part of what Rotary is trying to use to demonstrate the significance that we are trying to be. Number 6 there, I mentioned what transpired in 1945, exactly 40 years after the birth of Rotary, was the end of the Second World War. And people gathered together to prepare what we call the chart, or the charter for United Nations. Go to record to find out that majority, likely, those people that drafted the charter, many of them are parents. That is why, obviously, Rotary has a permanent seat in the United Nations. So, having said that, you need to go and ask a question: what is peace building? Because the peace building and conflict prevention. So, peace building is the development of constructive personal, in terms of that definition, group and political relationships across ethnic, religious, class, national, and racial boundaries. Aims at injustice in non-violent ways, and to transform the structural conditions that generate deadly conflict. Most conflicts are deadly. So peace building can include conflict prevention, conflict management, conflict resolution, and transformation, and post-conflict reconciliation. But after conflict, there are not reconciliation. So from the above, it can be seen that conflict prevention is a subset of peace building. In recent times, efforts in maintaining, keeping, and of course achieving peace globally are being shifted from conflict resolution to conflict prevention. Why do we prevent it? Prevention is better than cure. So instead of allowing the conflict to come, and we are now managing it, why don't we even ensure that the conflict does not come? But my personal view here is that big question: can we on our own as humans really prevent conflict? Not continue to make efforts, and only God can prevent conflict. A new subject is what we call strategic peace building, and this one taken across generations. Why strategic peace building engages immediate crisis? It recognizes that peacemaking is a long-term process that requires the building of cross-group networks and alliances that will survive intermittent conflict and create a platform for sustainable human development and security. Peace building and conflict prevention as number one area of focus, as I earlier said. It's very important to take note of this because it has to do with our funding and grants and so on and so forth. Rotary support training, education, and practices related to peacekeeping and conflict prevention through initiatives that help to handle conflict in our community and around the world. Further there, I mentioned 5 ways in which the Rotary Foundation enables Rotarians to advance peace building and prevent conflict. It's very important. The first one here is by enhancing the capacity of individuals and communities to transform conflict and It takes the contribution of individuals and communities to actually ensure that we transform conflict and building peace. The second one is that by training community members in peace education, peace leadership, and conflict prevention and resolution. The third one there is by providing services. Let's not providing services that help integrate vulnerable populations into society. But we know that people are not vulnerable when it comes to war and conflict issues, especially emphasis on children and women. By improving the dialogue and community relations to determine how best to manage natural resources. If actually dialogue is encouraged and practiced, many of the conflicts we're having in the world will become normal. It's very unfortunate that we don't dialogue enough. That's what we see now happening between Russia and Ukraine. By funding graduate scholarship for career-minded professionals related to peace building and conflict prevention. These are the 5 ways that have been listed of how this particular field that we are looking at today, how the Rotary Foundation can enable Rotarians to advance the field, which is peace building and conflict prevention. It is important to note that there are terms and conditions or parameters for eligibility within the scope of the peace building and conflict prevention area of focus. And it's very important. Don't deal without terms and conditions. Yeah, this kind of stated there. Some of them already know that they have to be possible. There are also some activities that are considered to be outside of the scope of the peace building and conflict prevention area of focus, and thus not eligible. A big boss PDG will be looking at some of these things when it comes to looking at the field of the global basis. There are also elements of successful humanitarian projects and vocational team training teams, as well as elements of successful scholarship of global grants funding under this area of focus. Distinguished Rotarians, I want to start my conclusion. There is no situation or condition in all human endeavors that can be compared to peace. Today we're in Nigeria, we are talking of so many things. Major problem that we're having is the issue of scarcity of money and of course, scarcity of petrol. This can bring about, this can endanger peace. So, but where every society lacks peace, then there's trouble. And I quoted here our very famous Rotarian, Dr. Michael Omolayole, of Rotary of Apapa. I say he put this succinctly down, and I quote, in any situation, institution, organization, or country, there can be no meaningful progress without peace. When bother to say, peace like the air we breathe is so important and all pervading that we take it for granted. Last sentence there was, it is only appreciated when it is acted or the atmosphere is fouled up. We have seen many crises in this country. Most of them have to do with the issue of petrol scarcity. Anything can happen when there's no peace. You can't move freely. I remember some years ago, right in front of my house there, that the area was cornered, the man was there with his wife. He cornered him separated from the wife. And they were taking the wife from wearing. the man himself took them that it was just a small boy. And he dealt with them, and he was able to rescue his wife. All these things can happen when peace is found up. Peace building and conflict prevention is very important and crucial to human continued survival and existence. The many books written, the Bible and the Quran. When this world comes to an end, we will be hearing of so many things that threaten peace, that remove peace. Wars and rumors of wars and so on and so forth will be coming up. All these things are things that threaten peace. Without peace, we as Rotarians are unable to serve humanity of God. The theme for the month, which is peace building and conflict prevention, requires everybody to play a positive role in peace building and conflict prevention. At home, at work, in our communities, and societies and organizations. As the accent of peace brings about rejection, strife, chaos, conflicts, and wars. As we all work towards peace building and conflict prevention, fellow Rotarians, I wish to remind us of that important prayer of the Church of God, which concludes by asking for the peace of God that passes all understanding. We need peace of God at a time like this, that in our country, Nigeria, where the presidential election is just about 2 weeks ahead, but it's 2 weeks from today. God Almighty, who himself is the author of peace and the master peace builder, pour down from above his peace upon the world and help us prevent storm. I want to thank you for this.
Thank you, my PDG Onabadejo, for that general overview. I will now conclude by itemizing the Rotary International efforts and how, as a Rotarian, you can get yourself involved. Thank you. Next slide. No, that's not the first. Now, before I go ahead, let me give you a summary of the efforts by Rotary International. This will encapsulate most of the things that get you more involved. Investing in sustainable and measurable peace programs. 1. Educating in the extensive network of peace builders dedicated to peace and conflict prevention. And finally, providing Rotarians with many ways of actively engaging, contributing, and promote peace building initiatives in their communities. All these efforts dovetail into what I call Rotary International Peace Centers Program. In this program, the Rotary Foundation funds graduate scholarships of professional career-minded professionals, as mentioned by my PDG in the last presentation, in peace building and conflict prevention. This program has a vision of sustainable peace by forming strategic partnerships with leading universities around the world. The program develops the capacity of peace and development practitioners to become experienced and effective catalysts for peace. This program started as far back as 2002, and since then it has trained over 1,600 fellows, working in over 140 countries, working locally in the communities, both in government and non-governmental organizations, and internationally, like the United Nations and World Bank. Each year, up to 50 fellowships of masters and up to 40 certificate students are trained in this program. So there are, like I mentioned, there are 2 types of programs run. The master degree program is run for a period of 18 to 24 months, whereas the professional development certificate for working people for a period of 3 months. Though I say 3 months, these are the time they actually spend on the spot in the universities wherever they go. After this, they have about 9 months whereby they actually initiate their program, which will be followed and make presentation later on. So in essence, the certificate actually lasts as long as a year. I mentioned earlier on that they partner with universities all around the globe. One of the universities, University of Queensland in Brisbane. These are universities for master's degree program in Australia. University of Bradford in England. International Christian University in Tokyo, Japan. And Uppsala University of Uppsala in Sweden. There are 2 universities almost at the same venue in the United States. That is Duke University and University of North Carolina in Durham and Chapel Hill, respectively. For the certificate program, Makerere University, Kampala, Uganda, and Chulalongkorn University in Bangkok. However, the second one is not accepting application now because it's under review by the Rotary Peace Center Committee as well as the university itself. So these are the qualifications for these 2 certificates of the program. Of course, you have to be proficient in English because most of the courses in whichever universities are run in English, whether in Sweden or Australia. This is available for those who have already had their PhD degree, and there should be strong commitment to cross-cultural understanding and peace from previous experience. There should be demonstrated leadership skill, and there should be at least 3 years experience in peace and development work, depending on where these candidates come from. It might be from the military, from the police, from the media, journalists, and co. In addition to the above, the certificate candidate should be from Africa or should have worked in Africa or worked with African communities. Now, for you to know how you can participate, when you source for candidates, the timelines are as follows. Between now, month of February and May 15, there should be set aside for complete and submission of forms. Between May 15 and May 31, staff will review for eligibility and completeness, because some of these people may not be invited for interview at all if they are not eligible and if their forms are not completed. By June, the trained endorsers will interview and submit their endorsement. Again, trained endorsers, you can be a Rotarian who can learn endorsement online. It's only after that you can now apply to be accredited endorsers. And once you are endorsed, a lot of certificates and forms will be allocated to you to study, to endorse. Between July and September, Rotarian Rotary Center committee members and partners university, they read and score applicants and their essays. Because part of their application form include essays to say how responsible, how reliable, and what they have in mind when they want to press peace. So by late September, the finalists are selected by combination of Rotary Peace Center committee members as well as partner universities, and finally approved by Rotary Foundation Trustee Chair of that year. So by November, notification of results will be sent to the candidates. So those are the timelines. And the application is now open for 2024-25 year university here. Now, finally, in this month of peace involvement, as a Rotarian, you could get yourself involved at every stage, either in sourcing for funds for those who want to contribute to endowment fund to assist the Peace Center, or in active part in recruiting the candidates. These are the ways you can do by sourcing the candidate, identifying the candidate, and advising the candidate to apply on behalf of your own club. I mentioned earlier on that you can train yourself as endorsers, which you can do online. Again, you can apply for this and get trained online so that you can endorse qualified candidates. Also, you can share information on these training and programs on social media and advertise in your club. You can give presentation at clubs or at the district that you are doing now. You can always serve on peace committee at the district. Again, a lot of peace fellows have been trained. So you can collaborate with current peace fellows and the alumni, as that is done by the district governor in Akoka. You can actually host a peace fellow at the club or district level. Finally, you can read and review applications and essays so that you can give your informed consent for Rotary International. By the time you are getting involved, more and more applications will be sent to you. Thank you very much. We now open the next few minutes, because we don't want to overrun our time, for questions from the audience. Thank you very much. Is there any question? What is written now? Next question.
47.
48.
47.
48. Is there any? Please place a comment. Maybe I just announce that we put in the station so that we have the platforms. Yes. In absence of direct questioning for now, like, okay, Michael, the floor is yours before we go on. I know you for the public, so be the voice of the public. Go ahead, Michael.
Good morning, sirs. One, if the slides will be made available for Rotarians who have not on this call.
Hello, sir, we can't hear you.
Okay,
We can hear you,
hello,
sir.
can you hear me now?
Okay,
Yes.
Go ahead, Michael.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me now, sir?
I hear you, Michael. Go ahead.
Okay, I said I wanted to know if the slides will be made available to Rotarians who have not been able, who have not joined this call, so that they can also benefit from this session, this presentations. And then the second question is, are these programs open to Rotarians to participate? Thank you, sir.
Unfortunately, let me start from the second question. As much as you would like to participate, you are disqualified as a practicing Rotarian. Even if you are delisted, you will have to wait for another 3 years before you can participate. So Rotarians are not allowed to participate. We are supposed to be ambassadors to encourage people to come in for the program. But then as to the first one, once you are, in fact, we need to actually use your good offices to advertise for it, so that I probably will discuss with you how you could help us put it across to the public. Thank you.
But maybe after the program, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But after the program, they actually make wonderful Rotarians, because most people who have benefited from the program tend to turn out to be a more passionate and resourceful Rotarians. The same experience we had from the group study exchange. Most of those candidates who participated there, when they now join Rotary, we find them really exceptional. So those who go for this program of either masters or certificate, they can now, after the program, join Rotary, and they tend to be wonderful Rotarians, as you can see in Akuka. Thank you very much, Michael. So, like I was saying, in absence of further questionings, what we tend to put this one on the platform of club trainers and imaginative presidents. Please share it generously so that people can make the best use of the opportunities. Thank you very much, and good morning. So you can now go to join your parties wherever you plan to do that today.
But I'm doing there are various clubs to make sure the parents, one of the various.
So most of the ideas you give today, especially by the district governor, is to enable you to have an idea of what you should do for your own clubs for the rest of the month. As you complained in the last month, in 2022, that most of the presentation we give you is we are giving it too late. This month we'll be giving you at the beginning so that you can use it as a guide to run your own club program. Thank you very much and good morning. Thank you.